Abdali Grammar School. Social Studies. Lesson Geography. Chapter number 1, The Earth in Space. Lecture number 3. How are you all? Dear students, in previous video we have learned about rotation and revolution. But in this video we will discuss the effects of rotation and revolution. Rotation of Earth causes day and night. But first of all, let me remind you what is rotation actually. Rotation means the Earth spin around its own axis. Earth have two type of movement. One is around the sun and one is around its own axis. So when the Earth rotate around its axis, it causes day and night. My dear students, are you getting my point? Okay, I am going to ask you a question. Tell me, what is the cause of day and night? What is the cause of day and night? Are you thinking the same? Yes, rotation is the cause of day and night. As it is clearly shown in these two pictures, the part of the earth facing the sun having daytime and the part that is far away from the sun having night. Seasons. The different seasons and climatic condition on the earth are caused by its revolution round the sun and by the tilt of its axis. Dear students, do you know what is revolution actually? The revolution means the earth revolves around the sun. When the earth revolves around the sun, it causes different seasons and climatic condition on the earth. As it is shown in these pictures that the earth is revolving around the sun and different seasons are caused actually by this revolution. My dear students, now tell me, how are seasons caused? How are seasons caused? Yes, the seasons and climatic condition on the earth are caused by revolution. Places near equator. Places that are close to the equator are generally hot throughout the year. Dear students, do you know what is equator? Equator is an imaginary line that runs around the middle of the earth. And those places which are on the equator remain hot throughout the year. Dear students, now it's your turn. Tell me, which places on the earth remain hot throughout the year? Which places on the earth remain hot throughout the year? What will be your answer? Your answer will be places close to equator are generally hot throughout the year. Places that are close to equator are generally hot throughout the year. Interesting. Places further away from equator. Places that are further away from the equator have different seasons. Can any one of you tell me that which places on the earth have different seasons? Which places on the earth have different seasons? Which one of you can answer? Any one of you can answer because the answer is quite simple. Places further away from the equator have different seasons. Repeat once again. Places further away from the equator have different seasons. Very good. light formation. As in the first slide, we have discussed that due to rotation, day and night are formed. But let me explain you in detail. This is the sun and its rays directly fall on the earth face. As the earth turns around, half of it is always facing the sun. So this is the face of the earth that actually faces the sun. So this face of the earth having daytime. The other half that does not faces the sun have darkness. So it is night time. Now my dear students, explain how day and night are formed. How day and night are formed. Yes, as the earth turns around, half of it is always facing the sun. It is having daytime. And the other half that does not faces the sun is in the darkness, and it is night time. I repeat once again, as the earth turns around, half of it is always facing the sun. It is daytime. And the other half does not faces the sun. It is in the darkness. It is night time. North Pole in summer. The tilt of the earth on its axis means that the North Pole there is 24 hours of daylight for several months over summer. From mid-April to August, it remained bright because of 24 hours a day sunlight. The North Pole have 24 hours of daylight for several months over summer. This is an interesting fact. Dear students, now tell me what happened at North Pole in summer. What happened at North Pole in summer? What will be your answer? Your answer will be that at the North Pole there is 24 hours of daylight for several months over summer. From mid-April to August, it remained bright because of 24 hours a day sunlight. This all happened due to the tilt of the earth on its axis. North Pole during winter. There is complete darkness for several months during winter at North Pole, and these months are October to early March. So at North Pole in winter there is complete darkness from October to early March. My dear students, now it's your turn. Tell me what happened at North Pole during winter. I repeat my question. What happened at North Pole during winter? What will be your answer? Your answer will be there is complete darkness for several months during winter, October to early March. There is complete darkness for several months during winter. South Pole in summer. At South Pole, the completely opposite is true. This is the picture of Antarctica. This is the coldest part of the earth and it is located at the South Pole. But in summer, between October and March, there is 24 hours of daylight. Between October and March, these are the months in which the North Pole having winter season. But at South Pole, between October and March, there are 24 hours of daylight. This is completely opposite of North Pole. Dear students, are you able to tell me what happened at South Pole in summer? What happened at South Pole in summer? In summer, between October and March, there is 24 hours of daylight at South Pole. South Pole in winter. In winter, between mid-April to August, there is complete darkness at the South Pole. This is the Nigerian night at the South Pole. There is complete darkness from the month mid-April to August. The South Pole remains in darkness from mid-April to August. My dear students, now it's your turn. What happened at South Pole in winter? What happened at South Pole in winter? It's thinking time. Now tell me, are you thinking the same? Yes, there is complete darkness at the South Pole between mid-April to August. Our next slide is about the sun reaches its highest point. In the northern hemisphere, the sun reaches its highest point in the sky at midsummer, 21st June. This picture represents the sun reaches at its highest point. The sun reaches at its highest point in the sky at midsummer, 21st June. Dear students, now I am going to ask you a question. When the sun reaches its highest point? I repeat my question. When the sun reaches its highest point? What will be your answer? Yes, in the northern hemisphere, the sun reaches its highest point in the sky at midsummer, 21st June, a very hot day. The sun reaches its lowest point. The sun also reaches its lowest point in the northern hemisphere at midwinter, that is 22nd December. The sun reaches its lowest point in northern hemisphere at midwinter, that is 22nd December. My dear students, it's very easy to answer my question now. Tell me when the sun reaches its lowest point. When the sun reaches its lowest point. In northern hemisphere, the sun reaches its lowest point at midwinter, 22nd of December. This is the coldest day of the year, 22nd December. Solstice. We have two solstices, summer solstice and winter solstice. In summer solstice, the sun reaches to its highest point. Dear students, what is summer solstice? The summer solstice happens when the sun reaches to its highest point. When the sun reaches to its highest point, this is also known as summer solstice. This is winter solstice. Winter solstice happens when the sun reaches to its lowest point. Dear students, explain the term solstice. Explain the term solstice. Each of the two times is called the solstice. When the sun reaches to its highest point, this is summer solstice. When the sun reaches to the lowest point, this is winter solstice. Longest day of year, 21st June. Yes, it's a quite interesting fact that I'm going to tell you about the longest day of the year. This is 21st June. At 21st of June, the sun brightly shines at the sky for more than 16 to 18 hours. Very interesting. Now tell me, what is the longest day of the year? What is the longest day of the year? It's 21st of June. 21st of June is the longest day of the year. Dear students, 21st June is happen to be the longest day of the year as well as the hottest day of the year. Let's talk about the shortest day of the year. The shortest day of the year is 22nd of December. Yes, this is also an interesting fact. Dear students, the shortest day of the year is 22nd December. It's your turn, my dear students. Tell me, what is the shortest day of year? What is the shortest day of year? The shortest day of year is 22nd December. The shortest day of year is 22nd December. I hope this video will help you to understand your lesson in better mean. Thanks for watching. Allah Hafiz.